Everyone knows the United States is known for their skyscrapers. From 1894 to 1998, the US held the record for the tallest building in the world. But thanks to a few rich guys in China and in the Middle East, the US can't claim that title anymore. Nonetheless, the US dominated the competition when it came to building towards the sky, and even though they can't claim that title today, the US is still very proud of their skyscrapers. Today we'll be looking at the tallest building in each US state and seeing how they stack up. Starting off our list is Vermont's Decker Towers. Vermont boasts quite a humble tallest building compared to many other states on this list, but nonetheless the 11-story tall apartment complex is only 124 feet tall, making it the tallest building in Vermont. The least populous state doesn't have the shortest building and is able to beat Vermont by 24 feet. The Wyoming Financial Center, even though the building is only 148 feet tall, is still able to cram in 11 stories of office space and even towers over its neighbors in the Cheyenne skyline. South Dakota's CenturyLink Tower is also 11 stories of office space, but checks in at 174 feet tall, hopefully making those office cubicles a bit more spacious. Maine boasts the oldest building on this list with St. Joseph's Church. The church was built in Biddeford, Maine in 1870 and is still standing to this day. North Dakota holds one of only two government buildings on the list. The North Dakota State Capitol building is 242 feet tall and sits on a 160-acre plot of land. Built in 1985, the first Interstate Center rises 20 stories high, reaching 272 feet in height. This office building consists of 4 towers sandwiched closely together. Constructed in 1992, the City Hall Plaza in Manchester, New Hampshire, towers over the rest of the Manchester skyline. The largest government building on the list, the West Virginia State Capitol, is only 4 floors tall, but the large impressive golden dome on top extends its total height to 293 feet. The last frontier is home to the 42nd tallest building, the ConocoPhillips building. At 296 feet tall, the building is easily noticeable above the rest of the Anchorage skyline. 8th in Maine is only 18 stories, but reaches to a height of 323 feet. This office building houses multiple companies and serves as a landmark in the Boise skyline. The Beau Rivage Casino Hotel is the first hotel on our list. This tower belongs to Mississippi and is operated by MGM Resorts. The Capitol Center contains 26 stories and reaches 349 feet. It was built in 1987 and is currently home to government agencies and law firms. The Albuquerque Plaza was built in 1990 and has an astounding blueprint. The building is wide and square, topped with a pyramid, giving it a very unique design. Delaware's 1201 Market Street reaches 3060 feet in the air. Those with a penthouse view can see Philadelphia from the top of the tower. The Epic Center in Kansas is an office building with many companies operating there, but be careful because there's also an FBI field office inside. Nestled into downtown Salt Lake City, the Wells Fargo Center reaches 422 feet tall and consists of 26 floors inside. For being the smallest state, Rhode Island checks in at 34, with the Industrial National Bank building at 428 feet. The old-fashioned look really makes it stand out, and I must say I really love the architecture on this one. Built in 2021, the modern Central Ala Moana has 43 stories of residential space that overlooks the coast in Honolulu. Chase Tower in Phoenix is 40 stories and 483 feet tall. The tower recently sold for over $100 million, showing the true cost of these buildings, and we are only at number 32. Virginia is the first state on our list to break into the 500-foot club, with 500 feet tall, Weston Virginia Beach Town Center, and officially be considered a skyscraper. This 40-story building in Maryland is home to several companies' office space, but 100 Light is also home to a peregrine falcon's nest on the 33rd floor. This 38-story tall City Place 1 was built in 1980 and is located in Hartford, Connecticut. The Wells Fargo Center is 546 feet tall and 41 stories. Inside the lobby, you'll see a stagecoach from 1870 used by the Wells Fargo Company. Little Rock, Arkansas is home to Simmons Tower, which just barely nudges out Oregon for the 27th spot by less than 1 foot. Kentucky's 400 West Market Street reaches 549 feet into the air and is topped off with an incredible dome that can be seen over Louisville. The U.S. Bank Center was built in 1973 and houses offices for, you guessed it, the U.S. Bank. The tallest building in Tennessee is the AT&T building located in the capital Nashville and reaches 617 feet. The tallest building in Missouri is located in Kansas City and reaches a height of 624 feet. At night, the building glows with multiple colors that changes throughout the year. 801 Grand has some very unique architecture that looks stunning over the Des Moines skyline. The building was built in 1991 and is 44 stories tall. First National Bank Tower is located in downtown Omaha and is 45 stories tall. The 51-story Hancock Whitney Center reaches almost 700 feet and sits in downtown New Orleans. The Republic Plaza was built in 1984, has 56 stories, and reaches 714 feet in height. This office building stands out in the skyline of Denver due to its massive size. The Detroit Marriott is the largest building on this list that's sole purpose is a hotel. The hotel consists of 73 floors with over 1,300 rooms for guests. The Fontainebleau is the newest building on the list. Built in 2023, the resort has a massive casino on the ground level. The tallest building in Alabama is the Battle House Tower. The building was completed in 2007 and is 745 feet tall. Built in 1976, the John Hancock Tower sits at 790 feet, making it not only the tallest building in Massachusetts, but in all of New England. The IDS Tower was built in 1973 and is 792 feet tall. The building contains 57 floors of office space and is seated in downtown Minneapolis. The Salesforce Tower reaches over 800 feet into the sky. The building was built in 1990 and has changed hands 3 times since. The Devon Energy Center was built in 2012 and is 50 stories tall. The tower is exclusively home to the offices of Devon Energy. The Sunshine State is home to the Panorama Tower. This multi-purpose building was completed in 2018 and fits right into the Miami skyline. North Carolina is home to the headquarters of Bank of America and along with it, the Bank of America Corporate Center, getting it into the top 10 of our list. Even though 99 Hudson is technically in New Jersey, it sits right across the river from Lower Manhattan inside the New York Metro. 900 feet is pretty impressive, but it's often overshadowed by its big brothers from across the pond. The Columbia Center is 76 floors tall and towers over the rest of the Seattle skyline. Even though it was built in 1985, it is still one of the tallest buildings in the West Coast. Key Tower is 57 stories tall and sits right downtown Cleveland, absolutely towering over the surrounding Cleveland landscape. Everything must really be bigger in Texas, especially the JP Morgan Chase Tower. Standing at a whopping 75 floors in height, it is the first building on our list to make it into the 1,000-foot club. While the Bank of America Plaza only has 55 stories, it reaches to a staggering 1,023 feet tall, making it the tallest building in the South and the 23rd tallest in the U.S. With 73 stories, the Wilshire Grand Center is located in Los Angeles and is the tallest building in California. The Wilshire Grand, completed in 2017, reaches 1,100 feet into the air and serves as both an office building and a hotel. The Comcast Technology Center is 1,121 feet tall, making it the 14th tallest building in all of America. The building is primarily an office space, but has a top-floor restaurant with an amazing view of Philadelphia. The Willis Tower in Chicago stands at a jaw-dropping 1,400 feet, making it the 12th tallest building in the world today. At the time it was constructed in 1974, it was the tallest building in the entire world. The tallest building in the country is the One World Trade Center, located in the financial district of Manhattan, New York City. The building reaches 104 floors and 1,776 feet into the sky, exactly marking the birth of the nation.